Today we're going to make some traditional Polish dish, which is gołąbki. To make gołąbki we need a cabbage, so I've got a head of cabbage and I have cut the core off to make it easy to separate the leaves later on. So we need to cook it a bit. I'm going to sink it in a boiling water. Oh, it doesn't want to sink. Let's fill it up. Yeah, okay. So on a high heat I'm gonna boil it for a few minutes until the leaves separating from the head. After a few minutes of cooking, the leaves starting to separate from the cabbage. So they almost, yeah, so these leaves which have been separated are ready. They don't have to be cooked, they just have to be bathed in the hot water for a few minutes. So I'm gonna take these ones and I'm gonna wait another few minutes for these leaves to come off the cabbage. After about half an hour the cabbage is dismantled, so I'm gonna take these leaves out, let them cool down. I've got lots of leaves here, cabbage leaves, and this one from the middle we might use it, but the leaves are getting smaller now, so sometimes when they're too small, they're too small. We've got the cabbage and now we need the stuffing for gołąbki. And this is my surprise for you, because I'm not gonna do as it's usually rice and meat stuffing. This is gonna be potato stuffing. So today cabbage and potato, and tomorrow potato and cabbage. This is how it is in Eastern Europe. I've got my food processor and I'm gonna process the potatoes in my food processor. So I've got this disc, cutting disc, and I'm gonna use the small bits for chopping. Yeah, for chopping for the potatoes. Close it. I need a small knife and cut potatoes in smaller bits. So I've shredded the potatoes. I've got a whole container of it, and I have to drain them a little bit. So I've got the tea towel and I'm gonna put it here. That's a lot of it. Lots of potatoes. Yeah. And gently drain it. We don't need a liquid. Okay, so this is fine, and I'm gonna reserve the liquid and wait until it settles down, and then I'm gonna take the potato flour from the bottom of the bowl and I'm gonna put the potato flour to our stuffing. So we have potatoes and now it's time to fry some onions. So I've got lots of butter here. For this quantity of potatoes, which there could be about 2 kilo, we will need at least 50-60 grams of melted butter and 2 large onions. The onion has caramelized, and now I'm adding some chopped parsley and dill. If you don't like it, you can be without it, but I like some dill and I like some parsley, so I'm adding a bit of this. So the heat is already off, it's not cooking anymore, and now it's time for lots of pepper. Black, freshly ground pepper. We need quite a lot of it. I would say probably about at least 1 teaspoon or more. And a teaspoon of salt. Okay, fine for now. I'm gonna season it a little bit more later. So I've got caramelized onions, butter, and some dill and parsley, and this. So I have discarded the liquid, and it's only some of the potato flour left on the bottom. I will need it. So yeah, let's mix it. So I mixed the gołąbki stuffing in a pot, and now I'm ready to start making them. Yeah, every leaf like that, and now we ready to stuff gołąbki. So I'm taking 1 leaf. Before, of course, we're gonna make them in a casserole. So I've got one here, and I'm gonna rub a butter all around like that, and I'm gonna lay the bottom with some leaves. I'm gonna use the smaller ones. I've got plenty of them, so I'll take maybe this one too. This one's nice. No. This one. So here are the leaves. One in the middle. And there we are, making gołąbki. So the stuffing. And I'm gonna roll it. Put too much. The first one is always most difficult one. Afterwards it's easy. And ready. And we've got lots of leaves, so we've got smaller ones, bigger ones. So which way we prefer, big or small, they're all good. And we have to arrange them neatly in a casserole. Gołąbki are ready now. I put them neatly in a casserole, and now I'm gonna use a single cream, and it's 500 ml. Should be enough. If it's not enough, then I could put some water. This will make a sauce. Perfect. So this cream is gonna cook with the gołąbki. Some salt. Yeah, maybe it's gonna go. Okay, I've got some leaves left, so I will put them here just to cover the stuff inside. And when I do that, they'll be ready to go to the oven, and I will bake them in for 2 hours. First hour temperature 200 degrees centigrade, and another hour I'm gonna reduce the heat to the temperature of 150 centigrade. So let's do it. Some milk already. How much? The lid is very important. And ready to go to the oven.